What is actually the ideal age for circumcision? And why is it recommended at this age? Is there any particular, because we can see some have circumcision to be done on their kids, infants, just immediately after birth. And some of them at the age of 7, some a bit more later, once they almost reach 12 years old. So is there any ideal age for this circumcision to be done?
Okay, to answer that questions, I would like to bring all of you to think about it. The circumcision would involve the children, okay, the boys. If you're talking about the best age for the boys to tolerate the procedure, in my practice, what I do is that, or what I advocate is that to have a newborn circumcisions. That's first. So we are talking largely about circumcisions first, where it's done under local anesthetic, because majority of them will have to undergo under local anesthetic. Okay, so the first age group would be the newborn until about say 2 months or 3 months, or in my practice, I usually cap it at 6.5 kilos and below. Okay, I will explain a bit later about that. And then age to avoid to do local anesthetic and the local anesthesia is beyond that 2 or 3 months of age until about 7 years old. And after 7 years old, they are quite okay to tolerate the procedure as well. So you can see 2 big groups there. So 3 months and below and 7 and above. All right, those are the 2 age group which can tolerate the circumcision very, very well. Now, my preference, if your mother, if you want to have a good recovery in your children, go for the newborn circumcisions. Okay, you take the advantage of one, very good recovery. At this age, the children, they have the fastest rapid growth phase. So the recovery is fantastic. You're talking about say 5 days post circumcision, they're all healed. All right. For the second age group, 7 years and above, you're talking about say probably 7 to 10 days for a full recovery. Okay. Other things that you can take into in consideration is that at the younger age group, they have an immature system. All right. You're talking about the sensory. All right. So at this age, when the pain intensity will not be as much as when they grow older. So you can see that. If you do circumcision in these age groups, sometimes they even fall asleep while you're doing it. So it's so fantastic and it doesn't take long, all right? But of course, to do this in a small baby, you need to have a proper training because it can be a bit tedious. And there are things that you have to avoid, especially, for example, it's known that if you use a lot of cautery near the meatus, it may lead to meatal stenosis. So those are some of the things that you have to be extra cautious when you're doing circumcisions in the newborn. All right. So my take, if you want your children to be comfortable having the circumcision to be done, yes, do it in a newborn. But if you have missed that period, go 7 years and above, because at this age, children, they need to understand, and they are better to understand the procedure, and they would tolerate the procedure better. The in-between age group, I would advise to go for general anesthetic.